Hey, welcome to our Wednesday afternoon broadcast. It is 3 p.m. Central Standard Time in the beautiful state of Texas. Welcome from wherever it is that you are tuning in from today. I know some of you it's the evening already, so hopefully you're winding down for the night and had a great day. When you jump on, if you wouldn't mind, please leaving a little comment for me in the comment section, just letting me know where you're calling in from, if you're a new viewer to us or maybe a new subscriber to this community. And if you have been in our course, let me know what month you were in, or if you've been practicing maybe intermittent fasting and maybe you're doing some keto type stuff, let me know that as well. That way I'll kind of know who's here with us today, and I can kind of gear the conversation toward our students. I always do the information or the subject that we're covering today on the front end of this video, and on the second half or the back end of the video is where I open up the communication so that we can establish our relationship a little bit further and really get to know each other in this community. So second half will be questions and comments, and I will welcome everybody to the conversation, and the first half will stay on topic for what we're talking about today. Thanks again for jumping on. Like I said, please make sure that you leave a comment for me. If you're new, hit subscribe or like. Make sure you're set for our notifications. We do go live here pretty regularly, and I would love for you to jump in with us when you're available. My name is Diane, and for the past 25 years, I have been helping women find nutritional programs and fitness plans to help them look and feel their best and live their most authentic life. And now, as a certified nutrition coach, I'm doing that through the practice of intermittent fasting and helping women create their own individualized and personalized keto-like lifestyle so they can, in fact, look and feel their best and live their most authentic life. So this week we've been kind of talking about some social and emotional aspects of what we're trying to do with our life. And today we're going to talk about why negativity is so simple and how is it that we can get ourselves caught up in the negative chit chat, or maybe even caught up with people who tend to be negative, or go to the negative thing, or maybe not the best thing possible for us, even though we know better, but we get kind of peer pressured or trapped in. And when I talk about negativity, I don't necessarily just mean negative words or a negative space. I mean just something that's going to be opposite of what you want to do that's good for yourself. So even maybe just bad things or bad habits. And why are those things so easy for us to get caught up in or trapped into, or just naturally fall into place for us when we often know what's good or we often know what's positive, but that seems like it's so much more difficult or is just harder to develop those habits or those triggers in our life to keep us on that positive path, or where it is we know we should go or know we want to go, but often get tripped up or sidetracked. And so I am going to talk about this from a very personal place. I feel like, and I'm saying this from my own personal experiences, that I tend to be more naturally negative than I am a naturally positive person. And that's not to say that I'm not happy or that I don't have great intentions. I think it's just the way maybe I've been conditioned and or wired through my life as a young girl or as a child, or maybe some experiences that I've had in my life. Fortunately, I've noticed that and picked up on that really early on in my life, and have always been very gravitated toward or very attracted to positive influences, positive mentorships, positive books. I'm a huge and have always been super attracted to and just sort of get personal development books. And I'm in just awe and inspired by positive people. So I feel like I have that natural negative tendency, but I also have this hunger and desire for positive things and people in my life. And I picked up, like I said, on that very early often, I think when I was in high school. And so I'm always seeking those things out. And I really believe that that's saved me in a lot of aspects of my life. And it's probably why I'm where I'm at today, with being able to really focus on keeping everything that I'm looking for in my life in the forefront of positivity, and being able to really quiet down and shut off some of the negative kind of voices that come at me. So I'm going to share a little bit of that with you guys here today. Maybe I'll share some personal experiences of what I'm talking about. And I can be very easily swayed into the negative as well, or into something that's probably not as good for me or taking me off track, because I'm human and we're all human. And the big thing that we have to realize, or maybe the big win or obstacle that we can overcome, is just allowing ourselves the grace to make those mistakes sometimes, and then having just a discussion with ourselves of how long do we want to stay in that place, and is it worth it to put the work in to get out. So the reason negativity is so simple is because it's just easy, right? It's always easy to do the easier thing. It's always easy to go with the crowd. It's always easier to do the fun thing. And fun and easy aren't always the most positive things to do, because when you want something positive in your life, or you want something to be really good in your life, or you want to stand out from the norm, that takes a little effort, and that takes a little work, and that takes some planning. And not everyone's geared up for that. Not everyone wants to practice good health practices, or practice good nutritional choices, or if I wanted to have a Friday night out with girlfriends, I could probably rally up 15 to 20 girlfriends to go to happy hour, but I doubt I could get that many to go on a hike. Happy hour being the negative, hike being a positive. And maybe happy hour is not a negative for you. But for me, in the place that I'm in my life right now, it's much more beneficial for me to take a hike than to go have a happy hour. But I could get the numbers to go to a happy hour. And that's where negativity can often become simple, is that you can rally up people who want to complain or gripe or find a reason why something in their life is not great. But it's really hard to find that same number or group of people who would be as passionate about helping you get to that next goal in your life, or helping you be accountable, or mentor you, or give you the time or space that you need, or just be a partner with you to put some work in, put your head down and grind some things out, and give up some luxuries to really forge out a plan of attack that will get you to that next level of promotion, or next level of financial advancement, or a deeper relationship with your spouse, or deeper commitment to your church, or whatever it is that you're trying to do. That requires a lot of work and dedication, and most people aren't really up for that. We want to do the fun things. We want to do the easy things. We want to do the immediate gratification things. And those can sometimes be things that could eventually end up putting you in a negative place, where the things that take a little bit longer, or the gratification might be days, months, weeks, years out, are often the things that aren't as fun or as easy to get people to jump into, because it's not as gratifying immediately. And we have kind of become that kind of society. And for us in the intermittent fasting and the keto-like lifestyle world, it can be a big challenge, because sometimes even intermittent fasting and the keto-like lifestyle is considered to be a negative for so many people. Yet the end result, or the future result that you're going to get by putting your head down and practicing some time and consistency and some discipline, is going to be so positively beneficial for us. But how do we get over the simple negativity aspects that so many people throw our way when we pronounce that we're going to do something like go, I don't know, 10, 12, 14 hours without eating anything? I mean, that's like shocking and so negative and drastic to some people. Yet if you understand the byproduct of it, or you understand the good that it does your body's system to go 14 hours without putting any food in it, the positive aspect of that is so beneficial. But it's hard for a lot of people. And so doing that positive is the hard thing, when being the negative and sitting around at a luncheon at work and eating potato chips and chicken wings and French fries and candy and brownies and all the cookies that people dump in on your office when they don't want to have them at their house. It's so simple to just walk by and not think about, just consciously check out about what you're doing, and eat a brownie or a handful of candy every time you walk by someone's desk. That's easy, but it's the end result of it's going to be the negative. Where if you restrain and stay conscious and have some self-control, walking by that candy dish 10 times a day is hard. It's difficult. It takes discipline, but the positive result that you get at the end is going to be so worth it. So negativity, or negative acts, or doing things that aren't going to give you the long-term positive benefit, can oftentimes be very simple in the short term. But what you want to reap positive wise in the long term is where there's work, and where there's difficulty, and where you're often going to reach some opposition by those that are closest to you, because they don't want to do the hard. They don't want to make the sacrifices. They don't often want to stay conscious, but you do. And then that's when the conflict is. And I said, I feel like I am kind of naturally inclined to be negative. However, I've trained myself to seek out positivity. I'm constantly reading books. You guys hear me talk about the books I'm reading all the time. I'm constantly doing research. I'm constantly experimenting. And as I've matured and grown up in my own life, I've really realized that quality definitely trumps quantity when it comes to what it is I want in my life as far as positive influences, mentorships, associations, friendships, downtime, socializing, all of those things. I really am tightening things down in my life because I really want to have everything that I feel like I deserve and everything that my family feels like that we deserve. And time is one of the most precious commodities that we have on our side, and we don't want to waste that. And we don't want to just throw that away without really valuing it the way that we should value it. And all it takes is losing someone close to you, or becoming ill and losing some precious time, or being slowed down and taken off course from maybe some of the goals or the big dreams that you've had in your life, for you to realize how precious and how important and how valuable time really is. So don't waste it on the simple negative things in your life. Think about some of those things that you want in your life that, yes, are going to take some work and are going to take some sacrifice, are going to take some dedication. But the end result of all of that is going to be so overwhelmingly positive that when you look back, and hindsight is a great thing, that when you really look back at it with the hindsight, you'll realize that it really wasn't as difficult as you anticipated it being. When you're on the other side of it and you're reaping the benefits of the things that you've sowed, and we've talked about that this week as well, then the journey and the process of getting there and trudging through some of the negative, difficult times of it will seem so worth it to you. But we, again, are those immediate gratification type of creatures, and we want it now, and we want it easy, and we want it good. And all the things that I've worked for in my life, and all of the things that I've fought for in my life, and all of the things that I've really stretched and got uncomfortable for in my life have been so worth everything that I've had to do to get there. And oftentimes those negative things, or the simpler things in my life, were very short-lived, not very beneficial, and weren't really as valued once I attained them as I thought they would be. And trust me, Michael and I have been through some pretty serious stuff in our life, and we've been able to survive it because of the fact of us being able to just switch our brains and really stay focused on the positive. I mean, in the last 5 years, and 5 years seems like a very short time, Michael and I have recovered from signing divorce papers. We have rebuilt our family structure. We survived near devastation financially in California when the financial crisis kind of crumbled around us. And our life has taken a complete turnaround. And we really do credit what we have done with our mind, the actions that we have taken, the place that we live in that's positive and hopeful, doing the hard work, making sure that we're healthy and fit and competent for our family, and really putting a lot of what we went through just in the hands of God, and the faith that we have that if we just stay the course, everything's going to be okay. And here we are sitting here today and everything is okay. So the negative, simple stuff is very short-term and is not always going to be worth it. And if you find yourself in a negative place and you want to get out, I promise you, just take a little shift to the positive. Seek out mentors, seek out accountability partners, seek out friends, seek out people who are already living what you hope to have. And I promise you, you will eventually get there as well. If you stay in the negative place, if you stay with the simple things, if you stay with the people who are shortcutting it or taking the easy way out, I promise you, you will not want to go down that road for very long, because things will start to fall apart and you will have no safety net. Switch to the positive, put in the work, and I promise you the difficulty will be short-lived, and the benefits and what you will be able to sow from reap from what you're sowing will definitely pay off for you. So this is the third talk we've had like this week. If you didn't catch Monday and Tuesday, make sure you go back and check those broadcasts as well. I'm trying to build on what we're talking about this week, and not focusing so much on nutrition, and not focusing so much on exercising or being fat adaptive, but the whole aspect of living your life authentically. And when you're positive and when you're happy and when you're doing the work and you're reaping the benefits from that, you will look and feel your best. And that shines through, especially on women, and people will notice. And it doesn't matter weight, it doesn't matter if anything else physiologically has changed with you. When you're shining because you're doing the right things, when you're shining because you're positive, when you're shining because you are putting in the work and you are growing and moving forward, it will shine through you like a light, and it will be attractive, and people will notice, and they will want to be part of whatever it is that you have going on in your life. And that is really the best way to attract the best people for you. Be the light that is going to attract like-minded people. So I hope this message helped some of you today. Like I said, I can be a very easily negatively swayed person, and I put work in it every single day to seek out positive influences and to seek out positive actions, because that's the life I'm choosing to live, regardless of however I may be naturally. And I hope that you can do the same thing if you find yourself in that same position. So I'm going to go in and welcome everybody who has joined us this afternoon. I'm going to start with Facebook, and then YouTube. I will jump over on your side if you don't mind. So I'm going to whip through these really quickly. I have got to get out of here. I'm picking my daughter up from school, and we're going to get our nails done together. So I got to make sure I'm not late going to pick her up. Carrie, so good to have you here with me today. Thanks for jumping on. Joy, good to have you here. And Joy, thank you so much for all that you're doing in our February course. Every time I log into the Facebook group, you were there with such encouraging comments and suggestions for our women. So I just wanted you to know that I've noticed, and I totally appreciate you. Thank you so much. Nina, welcome. Liz from Annapolis, February newbie and first time live. Yay, well, welcome, Liz. It's so good to have you here. Diane from Fort Stockton, Texas, welcome. Karen from August, welcome. Colleen from Virginia Beach, January 18th course, and getting lots of compliments. Well, there you go. Girlfriend, you must be shining a bright light. Good for you. Diane from Iowa, Jillian from Toronto, February group. Linan from Annapolis, January grad, transitioning into the February group, just finished 22-hour fast with some oils and living live. Perfect. Debbie, hello. Azah, just listened to your day 4 lesson, an eye opener. I told you guys it's going to start to come together. This week is huge. From this point forward, you're going to have aha moments. So check into your course every day. Listen to the lesson once or twice. Everything is going to start coming together for you guys, and all of your questions are going to start getting answered. So congratulations. I'm so happy that you're logging in. I will look at my fasting from now on from a different view and watch how my hormones are acting. Perfect. Azal, you're going to love it. Linan, she's saying hello to Cindy. Rhonda, I want to start doing this. Please tell me how. Rhonda, there's going to be a link. Are you talking about thinking positively, or are you talking about joining our course? Let me know, and I'll tell you which direction to take next. Colleen, how would you suggest we answer when people ask what we are doing to look so good? Something quick, and then we get out before they can give us the look. Just tell them that you've decided to only make decisions in your life that are going to make you look and feel your best and live your most authentic life. Smile and walk away. Say that. Practice saying that in your own authentic way, and then go about your merry business. Jillian, my partner is worried that I'm not eating enough. Jillian, once you understand the science of this week's lessons, you won't have to worry about that. Trust me. And remember, we have 40 days of stored nutrients on our body in the form of fat. Stored nutrients in the form of fat. So your body could literally go 40 days without putting any new nutrients in it other than minerals and water, and you would survive, and you would not deteriorate in health as long as you did it under supervision and making sure all your electrolytes stay right and all that kind of stuff. So you are eating enough. Trust me. What is probably more concerning is that you've been overeating all of these years and not even realizing it. You are fine. Trust the process. Get through this week. Andy, I am shining because I feel in control for the first time in my adult life. Thank you, from the January group. Andy, you're doing great. Keep it up. And you're going to keep shining. Trust me. And people are going to start to notice. And then you can pay it forward and help someone improve their life. Stacy from the 2017 May course and the alumni. Son, checking in. Rough 2 days, but we'll chug along. Son, I think it's something in that thing you drink. So clean your system out. I would say if you want to mentally restart, get through this weekend, get through this week, listen to the lessons in the course, take in the information, and then just pick a day and say, this is my new day 1, and you're just going to start over. Amy, my cousin, let's see what she's saying. This is such an amazing source of positivity in my life. Thank you, Diane, and IF ladies and IFers to be. Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Amy. And Amy, you're always such a positive light too, so I hope you know that you have that light shining on you as well. I think it comes naturally for you. Maria, January grad and February refresher. Always a pleasure joining. Always so inspiring. Oh, thanks, Maria. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you being in the course too. You're doing a lot to help those current concerned and panicked women this week. So thank you so much. Coralie, hello. Susan, hello. Christina, 2 days in a row. That's a good thing. And catch us tomorrow. That'll make 3 days in a row. And then we're off tomorrow on this group, and then we do the other page on Friday. So we'll be broadcasting from beautiful Orange County, California on Friday. So make sure you join us on our IF Keto Family Life page on Facebook. Coralie, feeling good? Good. Kitty Cat, here 3 days in a row. Love the insight. Awesome. Good. Tomorrow make it 4. Would love to have you. Stephanie from Florida, welcome. Lisa, loving this. Lisa from Dublin, Ireland. Well, welcome from Ireland, Lisa. My both of my grandmothers are Irish, so they would be happy to know I had an Irish girl on live with us today. Same way, all about self and finding more positivity. Yep. Cool. Susan, I'm trying to keep my positive self. I try to minimize my time around negative people and situations. It's not easy to sucked into them. Positive people are so courageous. Yes, they are. And then we need to pay that forward and be the same way. We need to be that contagious for other people. Kitty Cat, clean fasting window is consuming only water and black coffee, right? Yes. Why are 0-calorie herbal teas not suggested during fasting window? Thanks, I'm trying to educate myself. It strengthens my result. Okay, so Kitty Cat, here's what I always say. The best way to clear up your mind on that and confusion on that is put those teas in your fasting window. Do it for 7 days. How do you feel at the end of 7 days? Evaluate that against how you feel when you're just doing black coffee, no flavorings, and your water. And then for you, you might not feel a difference. You might feel as energized and fat adaptive with the teas, or you might not. Then you make a personal decision. How important are those teas for you? If it's important for you and it makes you live your life authentically and it makes you happy and you enjoy your tea, keep it in. If it's not doing any benefit for you, it's really not that big of a deal, and it's making you lose your fat adaptive feeling or your depths of fat adaptation, kick it out. It's your personal decision, but you have to test it for yourself. I can't tell you. They don't make me feel good, so I cut them out. They might be fine for you. Test it for 7 days and then let me know. Willow, you are so right. The people around me are so worried about me when I say I fasted for 20 hours. If only they knew about the energized sense of calm. Right, Willow? I mean, because those people are probably all tired and drained from eating, and then they're like waiting till the next time they have to eat because their blood sugar is dropping, and then they're panicking, and then they eat, and then their blood sugar drops. Just fast. 20 hours. You're doing a good thing. Cindy, February course and loving it. I've got a few on board, but others think I'm crazy. Man, that's okay. That's okay. I mean, if you think about it, we can't be so hypocritical, right? So they think we're crazy, and now I think they're crazy. Like, why would you want to put yourself into a coma-induced state every time you eat throughout the day? Why would you want to have a 3 p.m. energy crash? Why would you want to be sick? Why would you want to have extra fat on your body you don't necessarily need? Like, that's crazy. So I think that those people are equally as crazy as they think I'm crazy. So guess what? We're just not like-minded people, and we can part our ways. That's okay. I don't have any problem with that. Pam, great talk. Thank you from Fresno. You're welcome, girlfriend. Tracy, used mint tea, helped me get through to 20-hour fast. Okay, great. So if it helped you get to 20 hours and that's your goal and that's your personal thing, I say that's great. If your goal is to heal your body and get into a true, clean, fat adaptive state, I say ditch the tea for 7 days and see how you feel. Once your hunger hormones are balanced out, you can fast for 20 plus hours with minimal effort with just water. You don't even need coffee, because once the energized sense of calm kicks in, caffeine. So test it out. I call those things crutches. Let go of the crutches and see what your body can do when you train it to burn fat and not sugar. You will be blown away how amazing it is and how simplified it is. And that's where we get the do nothing and embrace everything from. You can literally nothing but drink water for 20 plus hours and completely change everything in your life. It is that simple. Janet, good to have you on with us, girlfriend. Jenny, love this life, the women in this group, and the influence from you, Diane. Thank you. Oh, Jenny, thank you so much. And I left you a comment on my YouTube channel today. You said some amazingly nice words to me, and I completely appreciate you and love every time I see your beautiful picture and your name pop up in my feed. So thank you for being there for me as well. I appreciate you. Joy, thanks so much for the compliments. I'm loving the experience. I could tell because you're every time you leave a comment, Joy, in our group, I think, yep, that's exactly what I would say. She's a great student. She's now a great teacher. So thank you for your time and your patience and your energy with those women. I know they appreciate you as well. Diane from Pennsylvania, I can hear such gratefulness in your voice. You're the best. Oh, thanks, Diane. I appreciate that. It's taken a lot of work, you guys. Like, seriously, I've read so many books. I've been to so many counseling sessions, and I made a decision that I am a much better person happy. And I don't have any other way to live now. That doesn't mean I don't get sad. It doesn't mean I don't get negative. It doesn't mean I don't get beat down. It just means that when those things happen, I just make a conscious choice. It's like fasting and feasting, right? I tell you guys every day, there's 2 questions you have to ask yourself. How long will you fast, and how well will you feast? How you answer those questions is very personal. It's your personal decision on how you want to handle this journey and how you want to handle every single day that you have been blessed with. How long will I fast? How well will I feast? You can add a 3rd question to that. How am I going to handle my day today? Am I going to be positive or am I going to be negative? And all you have to say is, I'm going to be positive today, and make a choice, and then make sure that the actions that you take, the words that go on in your head, and the people that you surround yourself meet up with the way you answer that question. And you've won. It's that simple. And if you feel like you're getting beat down or drugged down and you can't fight some of those demons maybe, then that's when you go for those extra resources, reading books, podcasts, calling a girlfriend who's positive and can get you back on track, hanging out with us. Like, we'll help you anytime you need help coming back to the good side. We'll pull you back. We'll support you. We'll tell you we love you. Like, we're here as a community to help each other. So never be afraid to reach out, even if it's just here with this community, with an email, private message someone in our course, make a girlfriend in the course. We are here for the long haul for each other. So use us. Having a strong community of women who are like-minded and are kind and learning and giving is the best gift we could have, because there's too many of the other stuff out there. We don't need to be there. Stay focused, make your group small, make your group tight, and give as much as you take. When you give someone positivity and you give someone some empowerment and you give someone some loving advice, or maybe you just give them an ear and you listen to them intently, you're not only giving them something, but you're also giving yourself something, because that just feels good. So sometimes doing something good or positive for someone else is enough to change your mind and your mood as well. Let me see if there's any other comments here over on Facebook. Thanks, Kara, for putting those questions up there. So how long will I fast? How well will I feast? And how am I going to handle my day today? Ask yourself those 3 questions every single day, and I bet you'll start to see some good changes. Kitty Cat, I haven't been eating any fruit at all. Good. Can this be bad for our health or cause deficiencies? No. Every vitamin or whatever that's in fruit you can find in other foods. So broccoli, I think, has as much vitamin C as an orange does. And sugar is really, if I could design a food pyramid, sugar would be with desserts. And how many desserts can you consume in a day and have the health in the body that you want? And if answer that question and then fit your fruit in where that fits in. For me, it's 0. Does that mean I don't ever eat fruit? No, of course. I love fruit. I absolutely love fruit. I'm a California girl. I grew up on fruit. Fruit makes me happy, but fruit also made me sick. And so, but donuts make me happy and brownies make me happy, and all those kind of things could make me happy too for the short term. But I want long-term benefits. And so fruit has a place in my life that's very purposeful and very thought out. And that's where conscious carbohydrate intake comes in. I'm very conscious about where and when I place fruit in my life and how much of it I put in. We used to purchase fruit from Costco because it came in huge quantities. We don't practice that habit anymore. We buy minimal fruit, and when we buy it, we eat it and we're done. Just like you would a dessert. You do not need to have fruit laying around your house. You do not need to buy it in bunches. It is sugar. Sugar is sugar is sugar. Your body does not take a piece of fruit and consider it good sugar and use it only in the good ways. Fruit is sugar. It uses sugar from fruit the same way it uses sugar from desserts, the same way it uses and breaks down sugar from complex carbohydrates. The end product is sugar. Sugar is toxic. Fruit is therefore toxic. Put it in your body in a very specific time frame, in a very limited quantity, and you will do fine with fruit. You don't have to completely eliminate it. You just have to make sure that you have it in a purposeful place. Let's see, Willow. I don't drink coffee ever and only drink water in my fasted state, the super energy I have is unbelievable. I've been doing IF for a year and will never go back. There you go, girlfriend, you figured it out. That's good. Aquariusness, do IF and keto help to prevent saggy skin? I read somewhere about it, but not sure. Okay, so if you have a lot of weight to lose, intermittent fasting and living a keto-like lifestyle is the best way to prevent like super saggy, like problem skin. The thing about saggy skin and aging is a little bit different. Yes, intermittent fasting and living a keto-like lifestyle would help with that because you're just improving your nutrient density when you're choosing food wisely in your feasting window, and fasting helps your body repair its damaged cells. Skin are cells. So your skin is cells or are cells or however you want to say that. So yes, there's going to be some repair there. Now, let's add in the aging factor. When we start to age, our body naturally stops producing collagen. Collagen is the thing that makes our skin elasticy. It makes it bounce back. It gives it that spring. It makes it tight. We stop producing that, just like we stop producing hormones when we don't need them anymore. So what can you do to prevent that saggy skin? You can make sure that you're eating nutrient-dense foods. You can implement some good skincare products. If you want to know about some good skincare products, just email me, dianeparhamfitness@gmail.com. I will explain to you the skincare line that I'm using. It's all real food skincare. And they give you guys a really great, promotion to start out using their product line. I've been using it for 6 months. Absolutely love it. Won't put anything else on my face. So change your skincare products. That will help a lot too. Make sure they're all coming from food-based kind of products with collagen added in. Adding in a collagen supplement into your feasting window will definitely help with saggy skin and anti-aging properties. Make sure you're getting collagen into your system in the form of bone broth or any other kind of collagen supplements that you can get in. In my opinion, since I am aging and I am a woman and my body is not producing the collagen that it was before, and because my hormones are changing, I take in collagen in every way, shape, or form. I don't think I can get enough of it. And I have been seeing some really great improvements in my skin, my joints, my digestive system, cognitive abilities, all of those things. Collagen helps with all of that. So reach out to me via email. I would love to share any of the things that I'm using, any of the things that I've been researching with you, but I like to do that in email format so that I don't blast everybody if they're not interested. So my email's posted on both places. It's all over the place. You can find me on Facebook. Just reach out and I will share with you what I'm doing. I never have a problem with that. Okay, any more questions or comments before I go off? Just a quick other announcement, and I don't want you guys to feel like I'm constantly pimping our class, but you guys are interested in that, and we are offering a discount, which we rarely do, for the month of March, our March class. We have the discount in place through the 10th of this month. It's a $40 discount on our class. You don't see that very often. We're doing that because we have a 6-week gap between our February class and our March class. Because it's such a big gap, we figured this would be a great opportunity for those of you who would appreciate a discount on the course to jump in. But that discount goes away on the 10th of this month. So you have 3 more days. If you're interested, jump in. We will start March 10th. We will take you through the same process that everybody else is going through. And within 3 weeks, you will be able to completely change your life by practicing with the community of like-minded women going through the same thing that you're going through. And you'll have an opportunity to save yourself a little bit of money on the course. So if that sounds like it's your thing, I say don't wait, jump in. We would love to honor you with that discount, and we would love to have you in our March course. And now you know we have some of these experienced women who've already gone through the course who jump back in with us and also will help you by guiding you, mentoring you, and helping you along the way, and building this great community that we have going on here too. So always lots of information for you guys. So negativity, it is simple to get there. It's easy to stand around the water cooler and complain. It's easy to be at a party and complain about all the problems you have in your life. It's simple. Everyone wants to hear all the negative stuff. I don't know why it is, but it is. Be the change maker. Create a positive flow of energy in your life. Step out of the easy, do the difficult things, put your head down, create a plan. Think about the hindsight you're going to get. Think about all the things that you are going to be able to reap from what it is that you're sowing. Find positive people. If your positive people and your mentors are up here and you still feel like you're down here, these are the people you want to reach for. You want to rise up to what it is that you're going after, and then make sure that when you get to that place, you let those people know that they were an influence for you and they helped you get there. Positivity is always the best way to go, even if at first it seems like it's a little bit more difficult. I hope this message resonated with you. If you needed to hear this today, always feel free to leave a comment after this. I go back and review comments, and I personally interact with each one of you that have taken the time to leave me a comment. So I appreciate you. I will see you guys tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, right back here. I hope you'll be able to join me. Have a good rest of your night. Thanks for your time.